As the leaves outside fall and we embrace this season of change, I invite you to join me today as I share a 5-piece mini fall wardrobe collection. Hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by the channel. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and today I will be sharing a mini fall wardrobe collection titled Falling for Sewing. This collection consists of 5 different and new garments. Not only will I be sharing 5 different and new garments that I made, but I collaborated with another sewist, and she is the beautiful Ellie of Sallie and Sam Style, and she will also be sharing 5 new garments as well. Ellie is so super sweet, and she and I have been supporters of one another for a very long time. She's a very talented sewist, and I'm so excited to be doing this collaboration with her. So please make sure that you go over to her channel after you watch this video so that you can see what she made up, and I will link to her channel in the description box below. So let me tell you a little bit about this collection that we made. With fall being here, many of us get excited about the change of weather and the beautiful sceneries that come with it. And let's not forget the beautiful color palette of fall that brings new fabrics to our fabric shops, okay? With the presence of fall, the need of warmer clothes comes as well, and we need to meet that demand by having the appropriate garments for the incoming weather that fall brings. Now, because of that and the fact that we just simply want new additions to our wardrobe, Ellie and I decided to title this series and/or collection Falling for Sewing, and make a small collection that consists of 2 different categories, and all of our makes have been given a theme or a name that reminds us of something related to this season. So for the first category, it is titled Fall Essentials, which has 3 different garment types. The first garment is an outerwear, which could be like a jacket, a blazer, a coat, a cape, or a cardigan, anything like that. The second look is the perfect fall dress, and the third look for this category is a pair of pants. Now, the second category consists of 2 different looks, which is a day look and a night look. And so the day look is something that is going to give us fall festival vibes, and could be anything from outerwear garments to jumpsuits or 2-piece sets, basically anything that a person would feel comfortable wearing during the day. So the options for that are pretty much endless. Now, the night look should be given like girls' night out or date night, you know, during the fall season. So the garments that we decided to choose from were dresses, skirts, or jumpsuits, or anything that was more on the jazzier end of the garment spectrum. So we had some tough decisions to make, and I am getting ready to share all of those makes that I made with you momentarily. But I do want you to know that I will not be giving like my normal full detailed review on these makes, because there are just too many to go into like heavy detail about. So I'm just going to highlight the things about these garments that I, could just do really quick. However, I do have a blog, and I will have a full detailed review blog post for each garment, but they will be separate, so it won't just be on the same post. I will have them all individually posted, and I will link to each one in the description box below, so that if you have additional questions, you can just check it out. Also, during the week, we will be posting these looks on Instagram with the hashtag Falling for Sewing, so that you can easily find these looks if you want to see them again and not necessarily look at the video. And also because I will be making more garments through this season to add to these to this collection, and I will be using the hashtag for those as well. And if you decide to make something and sew along, you could use the hashtag too. The more the merrier. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these looks. So I will begin with showcasing the first category, which is fall essentials, that consists of 3 looks, which is going to be your outwear, the perfect fall dress and a pair of pants. This first look that I made is titled Fall Leaves. As summer fades into fall, the days start getting shorter and there is less sunlight. This is a signal for the leaf to prepare for winter and to stop making chlorophyll, which is a chemical that controls the color on leaves. Once this happens, the green color starts to fade and the reds and oranges and yellows become visible. What a perfect name for this dress. Fall Leaves. The fabric that I use for this dress has the amazing colors of the beautiful foliage that you see in the fall. I made this dress by using McCall's 8237 and I made View B. I picked this pattern because I have been wanting to make it for a couple of years now, and I wanted to make it using this fabric because I purchased this fabric a couple of years ago to make it. I have always thought that this dress pattern would make for the perfect fall dress, and I feel that it actually does after wearing it, trying it out, all those good things. The dress length is not too long and it's not too short, and it has the long sleeves, which is the view that I made for the days that the temperatures are brisk. The pattern description is Mrs. Tunic and Dress. This is a button-down shirt dress and it does have a v-neck. It has dropped shoulders and it has ruching at the waist, which is one of the main reasons that I picked it up when I did. I thought it was super adorable and flattering for my body type. The view options, other view options I should say, include sleeveless, long sleeve, and shirt tail hem. This sewing pattern comes in a tunic and above the knee length as well, and the size range from size 6 to 14 in one size packet and 16 to 24 on the other. And so I picked up the larger size packet. So for this fabric, again, I purchased this fabric 2 years ago from Hobby Lobby, and it must be like pretty popular because they continued to bring it back last fall, and it's actually in stores right now. But this fabric, like I said, it has all the beautiful fall colors in it. It has like the oranges, it has greens, hints of red, and if the camera shows it, it also has like gold threads embedded into the fabric lines, and I just thought that was so nice. Now, because there is gold within the fabric, I use gold buttons that are actually plastic, and I picked those up from Hobby Lobby with their little 99-cent sales, and I paired the dress with my gold jewelry and my brown suede boots. Love this dress so much that I wore it for my fall family photos. Did you know that the first pumpkin pies were actually whole baked pumpkins stuffed with assorted spices and apples? Did you know 50 million pumpkin pies are baked every year? The largest pumpkin pie on record was 5 feet around. It used 80 pounds of pumpkin and baked for 6 hours. And last but not least, according to the American Pie Council, 1 out of 5 Americans have eaten an entire pumpkin pie by themselves. For the second look, I made these pumpkin pie pants by using McCall's 7942. I named these pants pumpkin pie because of the vivid orange color on the fabric, and it just reminds me of all the pumpkins that I see during the fall on porches, grocery stores, and things like that. And the white lines represents the whipped cream that is usually on the top, and I love, you hear me? I love these pants. This is a learn to sew pattern that has been out forever. Although I was torn on which pant pattern to use, I went with this pattern because I thought these pants would pair perfectly with the fabric. And as many already know, I love an elasticated waist paper bag pant. So the pattern description is Mrs. Children's and Girls top, skirt, short, and pants. The pullover top has an elasticated back and pleated details. The skirt, shorts, and pants have an elasticated waist, side seam, pockets, and a tie. View D, which are the pants that I made, is supposed to have a rolled cuff. I decided to not roll my cuffs to accommodate the desire to have my pants sit on my high waist and not on my natural waist. So if you like a high waist, you should do the same, because there is enough fabric in the design length that will accommodate that and you won't look like you are flooding, okay? Now, the sizes for this pattern are small through extra large, and I made a large, and I feel that I have the perfect fit for this design, and I really love these pants. I wasn't sure if I would, because I prefer a skinny leg pant, but this is perfect for fall, and I feel like it's perfect how I have styled it. And I will say that one thing about this pattern that I love just as much as the paper bag detail and the pockets is the little tie. I cut out a pattern piece for this tie, and I was convinced that they, meaning the pattern company, had made a mistake, because it was little and it was short, and I'm like, this is just not long enough to tie around my waist. I don't know what this is. However, it turns out that this is a faux tie, and it's just sewn on the top of the pant. Okay, I really like that idea for this pattern, and if that is not something that you don't like want on your pants permanently, you can always like not sew it down and use like a safety pin, or just not use it at all. But yeah, I really like that detail, because in the past I've had tie belts and you tie it around the elasticated waist and it takes that view of the scrunchiness away because it's covering it, you know, because it's just so long. So I think I'll be doing this in the future. All right, so there you have it for my pumpkin pie pants. Did you know that apple pie was ordered 3 times more than any other type of pie in the last few months? Ready to bake apples thrive in the fall from September through October. One of my favorite apple pies are made with Granny Smith apples. So order in a warm apple pie and make sure to order vanilla ice cream with it, and you can thank me later. For this third look, I made a sweater. When I first laid my eyes on this gorgeous, soft, and fluffy fabric, I fell in love, and I knew I had to have it and make like a sweater or a cardigan, something. There were other color options actually in the store with this fabric, but this color just spoke to me. And then when I thought about what the fabric reminded me of in fall, because you know we were trying to give these fabrics theme names and such, I thought of a Granny Smith apple. So I took this fabric home and I made this sweater cardigan up, and I now have my Granny Smith apple pie sweater. I made this cardigan or sweater by using Simplicity 8811. I made this sweater style of cardigan to get a more relaxed and everyday type of wear design. This is something that you can just relax in if you're just going on a walk, or if you're going to the store, or just anything, you know. The pattern description is Mrs. Knit sweater, scarf, and headband. The sweater features an open front with side pockets. This sweater is so super cozy and I love it. This was very easy to sew. The only challenge that I would expect someone to have with this pattern is placing the stitching marks for the pockets if you are using a fluffy fabric like mine. I used stickers and it worked out well because the adhesive was pretty strong and it didn't come off, but I don't think I couldn't have used a marking tool because I tried it and I just couldn't see it because the fluff kept making the marks disappear. So using stickers to place down on the stitch mark areas or whatever was the best thing for me. And the other issue is that the finished measurements are not anywhere. So I wasn't sure what size to make because of like the facing and everything. You know, I just wasn't sure. So I made an extra large, and I do feel like it's a little bit too oversized for my liking. Unfortunately, I'm not able to adjust it how I would normally adjust it by taking it in on the sides, because the pockets are placed over the side seams and I don't want to stitch up my pockets. So I will eventually have to make like some back darts to shape it in if I can't get used to the fit. My shacket is like that, and I got used to the shacket, so maybe I'll get used to this, but right now, you know, I'm thinking I may put some darts in. It's not a huge deal, but finished measurements would really help. I don't know why they do that. However, it is very nice. I feel like the detail of having the pockets on the side seams is very unique, and I really love the construction of the pockets. It was very different from what I've done before, but I loved it. And I used some leftover Ankara fabric that I had in my stash to line it. And I also like the detail of the scrunched neckline of this cardigan. So yes, very nice. The size for this pattern comes in extra small through extra large, and this garment will definitely get a lot of use. Now, as a bonus to pair with this sweater, I also made a sweater beanie hat to match, because you know I love a good hat. And the pattern that I use is one that I purchased a while back by Melly Sews. It's her beanie pattern. So yes, and I was able to use up all of my fabric. Moving on to the second category, the day and night, and I will begin with the day look. A day look is typically a look that is comfortable, the clothes are durable, and designed to be your lifelong company. My thought for fall was to make another type of outerwear because of how much use I got out of my shacket in the fall last year. So I decided to make a jacket, and I made a denim jacket by using Simplicity 9468. As you all know, this has been on my list for a while, and I was so happy to finally get to make it. I feel like a jacket or shacket is perfect for the cooler days during the fall season. I believe that denim is super trendy and matches with just about everything, right? And again, those are the reasons why I picked it for the day look. Another reason is because it looks like a blazer, at least on the pattern cover, and I have been wanting to make one. And technically, a blazer and a jacket has pretty much the same definition if you read like the Webster's dictionary, minus the jacket being considered a less business and the blazer being more business type. Anyway, this pattern, you know, can be dressed up or dressed down, and you're still going to be trendy, and that is what I like about this. So the pattern description is Mrs. Unlined Jackets. It is considered easy to sew. It is relaxed and available in 2 lengths. It has drop shoulders, patch pockets, sleeve bands with a back slit, and a back slit on the bottom of the jacket in the back. And you can choose from 2 shawl color options or collarless views. I chose to make view B, which is the longest view, and the collar with the indentations. Although this pattern is easy to sew, and it took me a long time to make it because there are like a lot of steps in my opinion, but it's definitely a great pattern, and I do like it, but I believe that because it is a relaxed fit, you know, like I'm not 100% with it, but I will make it do what it do. I just wasn't expecting the relaxed look to like throw me off a little bit, but you know me, if I make it, I am going to wear it and find a way to love it. You know, I like it, but not like it, but no, love it. Anyway, I do want you to know, okay, in addition to making this, I did take some extra time out to add detail to the inside finishings by adding bias binding to some of the seams. I had watched a video with Euter. She always finishes the insides very well, and because of how the facings and things are in this jacket, I decided to do some of that too. So I'm very proud of that as well. The second look in this category is a night look, and a night look is described as spending the evening away from one's usual residence. The phrase typically implies going to a bar or a restaurant, going to watch entertainment or other types of nightlife. For me personally, when I am having a night out, I am usually getting some time along with my husband, and we like to go to nice restaurants. And when I go to nice restaurants, I like to dress for the occasion. So I decided to make something that I feel is a little bit more on the dressy or fancier side. So with that being said, I decided to make a sweater weather sweater dress by using New Look 6740, and I made view B. And as a bonus, I also made the turtleneck dickie, which is view C. Now this by far would be considered the most expensive garment that I made from this collection because of the price of the sweater fabric. But I decided to make this dress because it is absolutely fitting for the perfect fall brisk night and even moving into the winter. It has long billowy sleeves and it just screams sassy. The pattern description is Mrs. Mini Dresses, and normally for me I would extend the length of a mini dress because I don't want it to be too mini, but I did not with this because this dress was supposed to be for a night out in the town with my husband. This dress was very easy to put together. I did size up in this pattern to make sure that it gave me the loose appearance like the motto has, but that did not happen for me. And for that reason, I'm a bit disappointed. I am. I do like how it looks. I feel like it's cute, and everyone I showed it to likes it, and they're saying, oh, it's cute and all that and other stuff, but it's just too tight around my hips for my liking, which is usually like never an issue for me because I normally have to grade down in sizes in the hip area. So I'm not sure what that's all about, and you know, I've made a decision on how to fix it later on, so please stay tuned. But yeah, I definitely wanted it to look like the mottos, and yeah, disappointed, but you know, it won't be a total waste, trust me, because I came up with a solution. So there you have it, my mini fall wardrobe collection that I made in collaboration with the beautiful Ellie of Sallie and Sam Style. This is just a little bit to kick off the fall season, and I will be adding to this from garments that I plan to make from my fall sewing plans. If you have not watched that video, I will link to it in the description box below so that you can see all of the other items that I plan to make. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and let me know which garment from this collection that you like most and which one you can see yourself wearing or making. Please remember that I will have links to full detailed pattern reviews in the description box below if you would like to know more information on these patterns. I just thought it would be easier that way so that, you know, I could showcase everything at once and not make this video super long, even though I know it's long. But please remember to go over to Ellie's channel to see what she made, and I thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already so that you can be notified of future videos. And thank you to all of my new and returner subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!